From Baltimore's Inner Harbor, we're live from M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Carlos Santos after the opening kick. And we're underway from the bank. Ajante Wester to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in year 9. No surprises here, partner. It is the two-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
One thing that's pretty cool is I actually got to call Lamar's very first game as a starter at Louisville versus Florida State. And from the first snap, Kate, you just saw a speed different than anybody else I've ever seen play the position. He may not be as fast as he was then in college, but he still is electric. And man, can he make plays that very few others can.
Lamar off the play fake. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. He hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. All set now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play fake. Jackson. This is a heater going deep. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Brock, that it did too, because it would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Lamar. Finding Flowers. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
That's a gain of 3.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
To the air on 3rd and long. Right back to Flowers they go. Shoots away from one. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that is good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Man's in motion right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 more yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Play action now with Jackson. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that's going to set up a Ravens 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Motioning the tight end now. On 2nd down, Jackson into the end zone, but not brought in. He falls incomplete, and we'll bring up 3rd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Well, he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a first and goal.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
They kick the running back in motion. Lamar back to throw. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up.
Brings up second and goal.
A designed run, Jackson keeping it. And he gets in, touchdown! Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. Bringing him out, the third-year pro with one of the highest ceilings in this league. It is Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. And there are oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Odunze's got it, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they found something that worked there. Nearly 30 yards on that play. And almost always, that's going to be good for a first.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Now Williams. He stays up. On the move, headed right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
They're going to run here. Kyle Monunga. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And this one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Had to look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. That's going to force fourth down. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Here's Western on the return. Escapes a defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. First season for him in Baltimore, coming over from Chicago after he helped guide the Bears to one of the best offensive seasons in franchise history in his lone year there. This is Henry to start the drive. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. to throw. Here's Jackson. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Some improvising leads to a huge gain. 30 yards. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Jackson to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. New set of downs for him from the 31. They motion Bateman over right. Now Jackson. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. He's going to be taken down here. The knock before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone on first. And he's not able to keep a hold of it through that hit. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Jackson to throw on second. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. All right, so we'll go pistol set here.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Raymond on the return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. Into the red zone. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house.
Touchdown, Bears.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Rasheen Ali on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson throwing here. Andrews has it, work in the middle. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the pistol, Henry. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Throw left side is nabbed by Bateman. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Williams to throw on second. Has him on the quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. On third down, here's Swift. He's hauled down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that first down.
We're in the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Williams to throw. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And that's only going to get him 3. Defenders all over it to escort him out. Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Williams to throw on third. And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. As the Ravens get back out there, you can see Bears defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. In his second year as the DC in Chicago, coming off that decade with the Saints as their coordinator, and then later their head coach. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing on second, Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Flowers will go in motion left. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. And he gets home. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
That one splits the uprights and lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Now here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Holds in, again it's Swift. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Williams set to pass. The right side hauled in by Komet. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stop just shy of the marker, 4th down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. 4th down, Williams. That's Cox. This is Loveland. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago!
Touchdown, Chicago.
And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Kick is good.
The extra point is up, and it is good. They've cut the lead to 4.
17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground. Looking like an effective dual threat thus far. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. Hauled in left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense up to the line fast.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Lamar. Racing down the left side. And he gets home. Touchdown, Ravens. Zay Flowers scoring from 69 yards away.
Quarterback, receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And it's going to bounce out of the end zone, so bring it back out to the 20 on that touchback. The Bears going back on offense just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Williams will look to throw. He's got Khalif Raymond. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down.
To throw is Williams. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. And that's going to earn Chicago the first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Now Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. He's brought down at the end of a nearly 30-yard gain. And that's going to be good for a Bears first down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Fields the hard squib kick. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Kate, thanks. Scott Hansen in Orlando. We'll pick up the action back in Baltimore in just a bit. But first, some highlights from this first half, and we shine the spotlight on this man, Lamar Jackson.
Thanks
He's
for that
thrown
update,
for over
Scott. Welcome back,
200
everyone,
yards
for the third
already,
quarter.
and his guys
One
have the lead as
touchdown
well.
game here.
We get you back out to the
field.
broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Here's Raymond on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Here's Williams. That's complete to Komet on a slant. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. That's going to give the Bears the first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete right side, Burton has it. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that's going to earn Chicago the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. First down, here's Swift. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Chicago.
Going to run again with Swift. Like the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. Great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker, yeah, that is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Back to the line they come, second down. Here's a throw. set up the screen here to Swift. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Williams on 1st and 10. A perfect 4 for 4 so far to start this second half. To the ground, it's Manunga. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Williams from the gun. It's caught by Burden. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown Bears.
Touchdown
Luther
Chicago.
Burden scoring there to end an 8-play drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Western on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. They go play fake with Jackson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Flying down the middle with Henry. Has a hole left, room to run. Reaches the 40. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Point after by Luke is up and good. That grows their lead to 9.
Ravens 35, Bears 26.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears and Luther Burden making their return to the field. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Odunze's got it right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Buying some time left. Some nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the 1st.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
A handoff left for Swift. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Roquan Smith there doing what he did his first 4 NFL seasons with the Bears, shutting that play down.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches, maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun here. That's caught for the first. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. They get to him, take him down after a gain of 3, and that's going to be good for a Bears first down.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. First down, Chicago.
Off the play fake, Williams. Buying some time right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Chicago.
And we won't have another snap. That is the end of our 3rd quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. All right, back now for the 4th. They're set up here, 1st and goal. Now here's Williams. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Sam Roush scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Ali to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing on 2nd, Lamar. Gets everything he has under this one. And it was a big play for a moment, but he can't keep control of it through that hit. It's incomplete. That brings us to 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third and long for him here. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lamar back to throw. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On second down, Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And give him an even 10 here, Brock, before he hits that sideline. This is going to get him a good bit closer now for this third down.
Brings up third down.
Henry's going to try to pick it up. Here 10, he's going to be stopped after a 1-yard gain. That is good for a Baltimore first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, middle. That's right.
Another run for Henry. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Montez Sweat brought him down. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Now Jackson. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Henry on the option. And he scampers ahead for about 4. It's second down now.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. One drawn up here for Lamar. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. That's his third on the ground this week. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Williams set to pass. For the perimeter here, it's Loveland. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. Now, this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's second and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
To throw, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds, so a gain of about 13 on the play. And that's going to give the Bears the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Williams will look to throw. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Calais Campbell. And it's going to be a long way to go now for these guys on second down. Trying again following the sack. Williams. Nice effort on the hit to break up that throw. We've got third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, third and long. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Williams hit, and that ball's out. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets fourth down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. And he has this one past the 50, and he'll start downhill into Bears territory. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. That's going to set up a Ravens first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they will take him down. They got him back at the 41. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the Bears' 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Brings up third and 8.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And on third down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows their lead to 12.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Bears about set for their next possession. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Here's Williams. Complete right side. Burden has it. And he stops the clock and moves the chains. 14 seconds to go. First and 10 from the 43.
And the Bears first down.
Now Williams. The throw left side finds Burden. It looks like he got around 8 yards before he headed out of bounds, Brock. Second down. Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. To throw is Williams. Hits him on the out route. And the play goes after he gets in for about 9. And that's going to earn Chicago the first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Williams to throw. He finds a Dunze downfield. And they get to him before he can reach the end zone, Brock. No touchdown on our final play. This game is over. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and Really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference.